All right, guys. It is Sunday, January 29th. Yeah, 29th. Yeah. And we're at the very end of the month, and I have to admit that it hasn't been January has not been the best month in general for me. For a lot of people, I think it's just been one of those like dang it, like there's been some really great things going on, and then there's been other things that are just kind of like punch you
Womp.
in the gut. Yeah, wah wah. A good thing we have wine. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. Hopefully it didn't mute mine. I think we're good. Okay. um but my main focus is now to regroup and refocus and know that February is right around the corner. I'm not saying that everything in January, like it was a total wash of a month, but there were definitely the times where, not with this business, but just in life, there were some major road bumps and, just things that you have to kind of prevail through. And but it's super encouraging to know that it's the end of the month, that I'm still breathing, and you guys are all still here, and praise God for that. And, that we've got February to look forward to. So, 2 more days left of this month where you can bring on founders. So let's not forget that. Like, we've got 2 more days of the month before the founder option will 100% go away for us forever. There might be an option for that for the other countries that we bring on. As the infrastructure is still set for Canada and the UK, and they'll probably have an option at some point when they first sign up to become a founder. But for us, no, this is it. So if you are not a founder, you can still upgrade. So if you still wanted to upgrade and be a founder of Direct Sellers, that's an easy upgrade in the back office. You just simply log in and you'll see that upgrade tab at the top, and you can do that super easily. So if you have any questions on that, just shoot me a message, or we can help you get switched over there. But for February, you guys, I am just going to challenge you guys on so many levels this month, because on a good thing and a bad thing, some of you have shown me already like the potential that you have to be great with this business. And some of you have kind of taken off. Some of you have kind of let it all sink in and figure out your way with everything. But now, I want to kind of challenge you all to really kick it into overdrive, because you can all do this. Like, this is such an amazing opportunity, as we all know. But it's time for you guys to really take the reins and go for it and start talking to people, even if it's like, stepping outside your comfort zone, whatever your comfort zone is, just doing that like once a day. Or I'm not going to ask you guys to just be crazy, not yourself, and ask you to do things that are, going to make you feel super uncomfortable all the time. And then you're going to start resenting this business. And that's not what this is all about. And we should never resent wine. That's rule number 1. Never resent the vino. So, but for February, get creative with marketing, get creative. There's some things going on. We've got Super Bowl coming up. I mean, obviously that's not going to be enough time for them to get their wine, but you could play a fun spin-off of you, take some cool pictures of you watching the game, having wine, or pair up some cool pictures with your wine and some appetizers, some football food, that it doesn't always have to be at dinner that you're having wine, or where you're in out at the bars or whatever. You can really get creative with marketing on that. So, and of course Valentine's Day. But at the end of the month of February, we've got the launch of Direct Sellers in Las Vegas, and I'm sure there are a few of you that are going, but if you can still get a ticket. So if you still want to go, and we can all we can figure out a way to pile everybody in a room and in rooms, and we can have a great time if you guys can still make it to that. And that's the 24th through the 24th to 26th, so that weekend. So there's still plenty of time. And I know that some of you are starting to make some money with this business. So if you are wanting to splurge and really get to a place that there's going to be a lot of, I mean, 100% we direct sellers. Like that's a sure thing. You're going to be diving in headfirst with all of us. And I know I'll be there. Kelly's going to be there. Beth, you'll be there. Craig. I'm not sure who else is. Courtney, are you going? No, but you guys, we're going to be, we'll be giving taking lots of notes, and there'll be a lot of things that, you're not going to be like totally left out. Like we're going to give you all the info. So that's the last thing on the calendar per se, but some fun, cool prizes that we're going to be working towards with you guys personally, Kelly and I, for our downlines here. So right now, you guys, we are at 53 people in the WineMate Brigade. And I'm just like, that blows my mind, because like, I honestly, I definitely get like emotional about it, because, it's, you guys have really just been such a blessing, and just our friendships and getting to know you all, and the people that you're bringing in, we've really, it's been such a cool environment to work with, and I'm just excited to see it continue growing. So our challenge for the brigade in itself is to grow to at least 75 or more for the month of February. So write that number down, like February 75 or 75 Feb, or I don't know, whatever you want to say. Keep that number in mind. And I expect that we will probably surpass that, but I think that is a great number. 75 people, like that's insane. And for the prizes, if you rank advance twice, so if you have 2 rank advancements in the month of February, your name will be put into a drawing for a set of 4 of the glasses that those little glasses that I think who shared that? Was that Teresa? No, I don't remember who. Was it you, Gina? Oh shoot! Sorry, you're muted. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Was that the Make Wine Turn Into Money?
Yes. Was that you?
I think Jennifer O'Keefe, I think, originally shared that.
Okay.
And then I kind of stole the photo.
Okay. No, that's good.
Yes, that was it. And then Kelly said she knew that person, or that knew the link at least. So.
Oh, okay. Hey, Natalie.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so if you would rank advance twice in the month of February, then your name will be in a drawing for those cool glasses. If you hit, I'm gonna say when you hit Master Seller in February, then I know some of you are on that track super fast, and I'm so happy about that. But you'll get a custom shirt. We're designing a shirt. I say we, mainly Kelly, because she's she's good at that. And then also you'll get a $25 Visa gift card from us. So let's rock and roll. And that's, that's something that is easy. You guys can do this. Like, even if you have nobody in your downline right now, like you can still do that. Like, utilize these last couple of days of the month. And really start working towards those rank advancements, because you guys, if we don't talk about the rank advancement part of things, like that's not salesy, that's not bad. That is like, we all are going to want to make money, right? Like, so the way you do that is by rank advancing and building your downline. And we want to make sure we're talking business strategy, with you all as well. So, okay, I think that, okay, so I created an email for the team. So from here on out, we're actually going to start doing newsletters to you all, and that way you can share it with your downline. But the email is winematebrigade@gmail.com. So I haven't sent you all anything yet, but I want you just to make sure that you add that to your like non-spam list, if you wouldn't mind. We're also going to email out, it'll be a reminder for this, because we, Kelly and I do preach about this a lot. We want to get you away from social media sometimes and like really start meeting people like face to face and making it more personal. And some people just aren't on Facebook all the time. I know it's a big shock, but like there are a lot of people that like they check their email maybe once a day and they're not really on Facebook much. And I don't want to leave anyone out. I don't want them to feel like they're being like persecuted or punished because they're not sitting around on Facebook all day long. So not that that's bad. It's just, I mean, that's kind of, we want to make sure you guys have all the info that you possibly need. So I'm going to turn it over to Kelly, and she's going to talk about consistency and then a couple other things. So Kelly, where's your phone number? Which one are you, Kelly? I don't even know your phone number. I should. I have you on speed dial. Just unmute yourself. Is it the 603 one? No. Kelly.
I think she's the 203.
Oh, 203. Okay, yeah. Why? Okay. Sorry. Are you there?
Sorry, I've been trying to unmute myself. I don't know how to do it. Isn't it *6? Oh, it's *6. I kept pressing #6. That's why I couldn't do it. So Gina, you have pregnancy brain as your excuse, but I don't have an excuse. Speaking of Gina, shout out to Gina. She signed up her first Premium Wine Lover. So that's awesome. And I need to do a better job of celebrating you guys when you rank advanced, because that's awesome. So Gina, you signed up your first person. Congratulations. It is all downhill from here, and it'll be really easy. And I mean downhill as in it's getting easier now. So I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about consistency. I know that I've mentioned it before, and I just want to repeat again, you guys, it's all about doing the right thing and doing the right thing over and over and over again. You can't post about wine once and then not talk about it again and expect people to know what you're doing or be interested in learning more. So continue to be consistent in A, posting on social media, B, keeping a positive attitude. I've said this a million times. I signed up in October. I didn't sign my first Premium Wine Lover up until halfway through November. And then after that, I have made $5,000+ since then, in, less than 2 weeks. So, or sorry, less than 2 months. So just continue to just be really consistent about what you're doing, because a lot of people are just watching and waiting, and they will, make that decision later on. So that was my big thing today. We're going to keep it kind of short tonight. But I just want to open up the lines right now and kind of get a reading on, oh, by the way, Teresa, I just received the YouTube videos from Lauren. We had some technical glitches. So I'm going to try to get those put up on the Winemate Brigade website, so that way we can have the video from last week up on social media. So I saw your question, so I just wanted to go ahead and touch base with you on that. But I just want to open it up right now and get some ideas of what sort of trainings we can do that are going to be helpful for you guys, and what you guys are struggling with, because those are the types of things that, it's all well and good for us to make trainings, but if they're not things that you guys are either interested in or that are going to help you, then, that's obviously going to be worthless. So if you guys have anything, I have my pen and paper out, so I'm going to be writing notes on what you guys want to listen to me talk about, or listen to us talk
about. I have a quick question. This is Teresa. Hey. Sorry if I was crunching. I had to have crackers with my Pinot Noir, which is my favorite.
Oh, it's okay. I'm drinking that too.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Oh my God, it is so good. And my neighbor came over, and she's not a red wine drinker, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's so good." So, I have tried boosting some ads on Facebook, and I know that I'm still getting out and talking to people, but I'm also, I work a full-time job, so yeah, I don't know whether to do that from my personal page or do it from my web page, which is linked, which is a separate page on Facebook.
So you're not going to be able to boost posts from your personal Facebook page, your Teresa Facebook page. So like you would have to boost it from your from your Facebook like your like page.
My Spirited Vine. So then when I get
Yeah.
all these people liking it, am I supposed to? Do I reach out to them? Because you get some. I'm going to say you kind of get some strange people. Okay.
Well, luckily you can reach out to them and you can message them from your business page, so they will never like until you get them on the phone. They won't know like any personal information about you other than what like is given on there. So I would message them. Like it doesn't hurt to just message them,
Right. Sure.
So I would go ahead and just message them from there and just say, hey, thank you for liking my post. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about, drink, like how you can make money drinking wine, or, whatever it was that you said in your ad. Like, I think that that's really great. I mean, some of them, it's going to go to their others box, so they might not all of them will see it.
Okay.
But, it's one of these things where, like, the more effort you put in general, the more you're going to get out of it. So I would definitely not discourage that.
Okay, thanks.
Does anybody else have anything like that they want to either like we're going to try to do a full training on Canva within the next week or so. And then also on like, wine tastings and what you should be doing at wine tastings and how you should be presenting the opportunity. Is there any questions that anybody has about either of those or about anything else in general? Bueller?
Yeah, you guys, sorry about that. The YouTube thing, like I created a whole channel and everything for us, but the settings were set, like all 3 of the videos that I shared were at like weird settings. So when I was trying to email them out, it was like giving me errors because it said like the email, like the link didn't exist. But I'm like, it does, but I guess it helps if it's actually like published and all those things. So I'm learning. I've never done this stuff before, so but at least I'm figuring it out now. Kelly, I'm really excited for February. I know you are too, and our teams, we're all working together. So if you're shout each other out, like if you see somebody, even if they're not like on your like quote unquote team, like take a second and just like spread the love a little bit, because I know we're all stepping out of our comfort zones quite a bit, and it helps when people are noticing. Not that we need to be like feel pressure to like always be commenting on each other's stuff, but I mean that does really help. And not just for the morale of everything, but also affinity wise with Facebook. I mean, like that helps if you stop and just say, even if you just do an emoji or something, like, not to keep it too short, but I mean, like if you kind of take a second and love on each other a little bit, and, because that gives us also something else to talk about when it comes to things that like, when we eventually, Kelly and I want to do, like on one of these Zooms, do like what posts are looking great. And we'll ask you if you want to be a part of that, so no one feels like they're being like, like called out. Yeah, called out. But we want to make sure like hands-on that like, if there is something that you can be rewording, because sometimes it's simple, like just rewording something or just coming at it with a different perspective, or, maybe using a different graphic or something that isn't, that's more authentic to you, or, just tweaking things a bit. But then some of you are just rocking and rolling and like are, and by sharing what you're doing that's working, that can help others. So we're going to be doing that probably at one point on the Zoom in February or one of the weeks. But and we'll ask.
And also feel free to go into the WineMate, like the virtual Wine Wednesday where you have your prospects. And like, I really love, I don't know if Andrea is on this call, but she has like made it a lot more interactive over the past few days. And I really love that. And, so like go in there, if you're drinking a direct seller's wine, like go in there and share it, because, people, like, we don't want to be spamming people, but like definitely, make it a little bit more interactive. And we're going to try to do a better job about like continuing to post in there. So that way you guys have new content to share with people instead of just tagging them in the same 5 posts over and over again.
Right. And just make sure if you are posting in there, don't just like post and like dump them there and then not follow up. Like make sure, I'm sure I'm sure you guys are all following up, but just a reminder, if you are tagging people in that group, don't assume they watched everything that you tagged them in. So just follow up and to see like what they thought or, that kind of thing. But also, we're going to be doing, like Kelly said, like a whole new virtual wine Wednesday, virtual wine Wednesday, however you word it is, a really long title.
Whatever. Yeah.
It was really long. But we're going to be relaunching another, event for that. It'll be the same content in that page, not starting a whole new page, but
like probably some new incentives, maybe not websites again, because that was stressful.
A little.
And I like, guys, my job is over on Tuesday and I'm going to be doing this full time. So I will be like back in gear and ready to rock and roll. Sorry. I had a really stressful week last week. So sorry if I freaked any of you guys out with my Facebook Live.
That's okay.
Just throwing that out there.
We'll just keep them all for entertainment value for later. Like,
yeah. For me, like just strung out Kelly being like, I need to take a break. And then I'm like, the next day I was like, I'm fine.
You guys are back.
Yeah. Hormones.
That's all I got.
Oh, and another thing, one more thing, like before we let you guys go, or like, if anybody else has anything to say, like please hop on. One thing that really helps me is when I'm talking to people on the phone, especially if they're people that I don't know, have a notepad next to you so you can like put down some like personal information about them, so that when you follow up, like you remember like not just like that you talked to them, but like some of the details of your conversation. Because like obviously if people think that you see them as just a dollar sign, that's not good. So the end.
That's exactly.
Anybody else have anything?
Good. Very good.
I have a question. This is Tabitha.
Hey girl.
Hi. So I'm kind of going to be like out of commission
In labor?
for a good probably a couple weeks or whatever. And then, at home recovering and stuff, what kind of advice or tips or whatever do you have in terms of like when you can't get out of the house, when you can't be face to face, when you can't do a whole bunch of live videos because you're like nursing every 45 minutes and stuff?
So I would take some, in Lauren, like, I'm sorry, I just like jumped in, Lauren. I would take some time now to plan out some posts and have some like backup posts ready. And like, the thing is like you're gonna have just had a baby. Like people people in normal jobs go on maternity leave, Tabitha. You don't need to like stress yourself out about it that much. Like, but like, plan out some posts, like, and even saying things like, like enjoying my first glass of wine in 9 months and like taking a picture of it and stuff like that. But like, this is when like you can lean on me and you can lean on Lauren. And if you have people that are interested that you can't like get in contact with, just say like, hey, like it is really important for me to, get you this information as soon as possible because like, this is an awesome opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So like, can I put you on the phone with my sponsor Kelly or my upline Lauren or something like that,
Okay.
And that's like what we're here for. Like literally, this is what Lauren and I do. Like this is not all we do. Like sometimes I watch my kids, but like this is what this is what we're here for. So
Okay.
like put them on the phone with me and, but take some time, like go on Pinterest and make a private Pinterest board of like things that you think that your followers, would like, and like just have like, a backup plan and like, some stuff like right now
Okay.
that you can think about.
Yeah, I'm trying to like go ahead and talk to people about maybe planning some tastings for after he gets here. So I have some people interested with that, but just not knowing when is
You can do a sip and see at your house and like host people and be like, come over and like see my baby and have some wine with me.
Mm-hmm.
have some wine, hold my baby.
Yep.
Hold my baby. I'm gonna drink the bottle. You can have one sip.
Right. Literally, and you're like, get off my wine. I literally meant a sip. Okay. One thing
this is just called a glass and see.
That's right. That's right. So one thing I would mention, or just an idea that came to mind, is you could, just really using this as like your storefront, as we talked about with social media. It is your storefront. So do a whole, a big campaign of not necessarily ads, but that you're going to be literally out of the office, and that this is what, and build up some excitement for that. Because I mean, like she said, like if you were actually, like, you would have maternity leave if you were at a job, but you could really do some cool marketing tricks with that, for your like just being out of the office. You could have some fun with it, and that you'll be checking in, but that they can still get a hold of you, like, just kind of making it to where then people are going to be like, oh shoot, like, I mean, like this is exciting, like that you're not just going to be like off the map for a couple weeks and then like all these like amazing baby photos, because that's what happens. And a lot of times, and then we all love the baby photos. That's amazing. But you also want to be moving your business forward. So, I think this is great that you brought it up, because I would love to, like, if you want to do like a little like brainstorming session, like with Kelly and I or something, and start, planning some things out. That way you're a little less stressed about it. Because, it'd be really cool to celebrate you like making money while you're having a baby. Like that could be pretty neat,
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Thanks, guys.
yeah.
I think Stacy Davenport, is that her name? Stacy Davenport? I think she's doing a really good job because she's got a little one at home. And I think she's doing a really good job at kind of mixing in, hey, I'm at home. I'm here with my little one. This is what's important. This is why I'm doing this. And I've got the best job ever because it allows me to do, you can just kind of weave it in and out of your busy day. Hey, I'm a mom. I'm here. I've got spit up on me. I'm changing diapers. But you know what? In a little while, I'm going to kick back with this amazing glass of wine. And this is, how much better can my life be right now? So it's, you'll be able to weave it in and out, Tabitha, and people are going to see you and go, wow, she's got a newborn. She can do this. I can do this too.
Awesome. That's a good idea.
Great
too.
point.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Does anybody else have like anything that they're like, worried about or concerned about?
I just have a quick little something. This is Gina, by the way.
Yeah.
So I've been looking into a lot about branding, especially just branding myself, and I think Kelly, you said earlier, being very consistent. And then you also did have something in that training. I think it was one of the Zoom calls we had last week, maybe, or the week before that.
Yeah.
With the slide. But if there could be maybe, obviously we can all do our own homework, but if there could ever be a training on perhaps like personal branding, how to develop your personal brand, because I think that really resonates when you see somebody like Austin, who has his personal brand, is very consistent, and especially you, Kelly, you have the same thing going for yourself. That attracts people. And I think just looking at my own pages, I kind of noticed like, oh, there's some variation here, even in just like the colors I wear, or, that kind of thing. So I think a personal branding session or training might be down the line.
I can do one that's like a little bit more like geared towards personal branding, because that is like, like your personal brand is going to be not only like what, gets you like, business partners, but it's also going to be able to attract your business partners.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Like, I think that, we can do, I'm going to add that to the list of like things that we want to do over like the next few weeks. Personal branding. Anybody else have anything?
Right. Well, guys, thank you so much for getting on tonight. We love you all, and you're such a blessing. And just keep working hard. Bring in the end of the month.
And also, guys, encourage your downline to start coming on these calls. And if you guys are listening to these calls, like, recorded right now. You know, I really encourage you guys to get on these calls. If you're struggling with your business, like this could be the make or break it for you guys, like, you know, doing some personal development. We understand that, you know, everybody's busy. But like, you know, it's network marketing has a learning curve. And, you know, we're here to provide you every resource that you need to succeed at this. But like, it's up to you to actually take advantage of those. So, you know, the only limiting factor here is you. So that was my soapbox.
No.
Getting off now.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, like just really try to spread the word to your downline. I mean, tagging them is great, you know, but it's just really following up with them individually, like checking in to see how they're doing, making sure everything's going okay, let them know that they're missed, but also be like, hey, you know, I know that you said, like, remind them, like, I know that you said this is important, that this business sounded like that you're here, that, you know, this is something that's really important to you. So we want to see you there. Like, it's not but 45 minutes. Like, there's a time limit. We literally can't go for longer than that unless we start a whole nother one, which we won't make a habit of that. But that, you know, like,
yeah.
I mean, just reiterate, like, once they see that, you know, maybe more so that it's really important to you. I know they see Kelly and I post a lot, but, you know, if they're really seeing that you're in here and you're digesting information and then, like, just kind of be, because like we told you before, we want you guys to go and like have your teams, and like we want to be like the cool, like, you know, like people that get to come do guest speaking and stuff for you, because like we're that awesome. No, I'm joking. we just want you guys to go, like, just your teams to explode, because you all deserve it, and you deserve, like, I'm just so proud of you all. So we want to just be there with you every step of the way, but we also want to like let go of your hands and let you go and help your team too. So I'm going to stop recording, and we'll just pick up where we left off next week. All right?
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.